Right, in my usual insane format, this thing just hasn't got enough lift for me. It's perfect for other people, but not for me. Even with the 6 by 4.5 by 3 blade props, it just hasn't got enough. Now I've got two options. I either extend the arms and put some 7 or 8 inch props on it, or I put more motors on it. So I've got the Turnigy Vortecks 65 230C batteries, which fit in there tightly but perfectly. So what I'm going to do is convert this and put 8 motors on it, so I make it into an octo, the same as I did with my TBS. Right, I've got these ZTW ESCs, 30 amp ESCs for a project I'm working on. I'm going to use them on the Tiger motors. Now the trouble with this is they do actually have bad sync on them. They just won't work, which I'll try and show you now. Right, so if I give it some throttle, oh dear. See, they don't, basically they get very warm very quickly. The ESC doesn't, but these get very warm very quickly. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it and I'm going to flash BL Heli on it. It's got the Atmel 8 chip on it, so I can just take some spurs off there and just flash it with my AVR ISP, USB ASP dongle. Right, so I've got it all connected up. As you can see, I've found all the pads that you're supposed to use instead of using the actual chip pads, and there is actually programming pads on it. So I've got that connected to my USB ASP programmer, which I'll now try and unplug with one hand. I've actually flashed it with BL Heli Hobby King Blue Series 30 amp. So
telemetry recovered.
We'll see if it starts up smooth now. Apart from I've only got one hand and I can't do this. Hang on. Right, there we go. Look at that. Now before, these motors, even with no power going through them, they were getting hot, and there's no, they're cold now. So there you go. I'd like to say it's easy to do, but it isn't. But if you want to do it, one day I might do an instruction of how to do it, how to flash an AT chip. Okay, I've soldered all the connectors on, so I've got 8 ESCs, there's 4 left, 4 right, but I'm actually going to piggyback them, so you'll see that in a bit. I'm never ever going to do that again. That is just ridiculous. But it's done now. Right, I've got all the 8-speed controllers into a nice little compact package. A lot of wires. As you know, I've piggybacked them. I've still got to insulate these to stop them. It's the programming connectors, stop them getting shorted out. So we've got 8 control wires. Absolute masterpiece, because that has got to go into that small space there. I've measured it and it does actually fit. Now the reason why I've actually got 30 amp speed controllers is because believe it or not, these Tiger motors, they draw about 22 amps at full knacker. So because these things, there's not that much air circulation, I want to sort of have a bit of overkill. So yeah, I've just got to get it into there now. Right, obviously I've got to do some lower mounts for this thing. So I was thinking of using, I've still got some left of, was it 1.5, 2 and 3mm carbon. I mean, this thing, if you want to get some of this, it's from Juno Composites. Because there's not going to be that much stress on the underside, I was thinking about using the 1.5mm, but instead I've gone with the 2mm. So I've printed these out for the underside. I can't stress how strong this bloody carbon is, it's ridiculous. So yeah, that should be ample. Right, I've got the motors on, all 8, so they're all on. And I've also mounted the, I don't even know what I'm going to call this, the masterpiece. ATSC's sandwiched into that small frame. And the top, that will, when it's all routed properly, will sit on there nicely. And the only problem I've got is I can't really do a lot now apart from wiring the ESCs in, because these rubber bobbins, or whatever you want to call them, that I've only got 3. So I've had to order some more, which are going to take a while to get here. A lot of wires. Well, it's all finished. The landing gear is pretty crap at the minute because I've got to get something. If anyone can think of anything that might fit on this thing, let me know. The landing gear I had on my TBS is too big, way too big, because it's text message, it hits the props. So, and as you can see, there's a light, the clearance is rather fine. It's actually all the same all the way around. Look at that, it's like it was made to be. So it's all ready. I'm going for the maiden hopefully tomorrow. The only trouble is I looked at the weather forecast and it said it's foggy. Got an Ace 32 running in there, and in there the monstrosity is 8 ESCs. So yeah, it does fly, like I say. I've tried it in the living room. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, if I can get out.